We are live. It is 2:02 Central Standard Time in the United States, 8:02 BST in the UK. This is the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe.
Hey.
Coming to you live. It is 14th of September, 2025. Hey, look at that. I didn't mess up the intro. That's pretty good. Yeah. Only like 180 shows, and then I figured out, sort of. No, it's all good. So we are, again, Joe's a little bit of a different. So did you change something, right? Are we using the Galaxy? I don't know what you were doing. Didn't you change? You're changing your hardware setup?
No, I normally plug in my mic to this hub, and then that goes into my laptop. But the free A to C adapter that Google used to give you in the phones, don't anymore, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm using that today instead, directly into the laptop.
Yeah, that works out pretty good. Yeah, I always noticed they stopped giving it, and I guess it makes sense because I think they've kind of realized that most people are kind of outside of the USB-A standard anymore. So
yeah,
I can't really kind of gig them for that. That's probably understandable, in 2025. I know that, and Samsung used to do it too. And they used to have the little bridge parts of it too. They had little adapters that came with it. It's pretty nice.
Really handy if you've got laptops which mostly have USB-C now. It's really handy, like as a port for your laptop.
Especially, if you have like two USB-A and two USB-Cs, it's kind of nice having some flexibility. But
a lot of laptops now don't have no A ports at all because they're making them thinner.
Yeah, I just got a new laptop at work, and it's kind of a larger HP. It's like a development machine, and it's got two A. I think it's got two A's. Yeah, it's two A's and two C's.
Yeah, that's
so it works out pretty good.
HDMI?
Yeah.
Has it got HDMI?
Yeah, it's got HDMI. But it's funny, the power is not USB-C. It's an old barrel power connector. Like this, a little barrel. See a little barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not USB. It doesn't. Well, it's because of the way it's set up. I don't think the USB-C power delivery would work enough. So
no,
it's got separate power. It's kind of nice.
Only one of mine's PD. The rest aren't.
Yeah. And here's the weird part. It's got 64 gig of RAM in it.
64?
Yeah. It's like, wow. Yeah, it's a lot better than the old computer I had because we
Is that some of the
laptops.
Programs you use, does it require that much RAM then?
No. So where I work, so usually in my role, we don't get these. These are for like devs and architects and some of the QA people. Yeah. And so but because of what we're doing at work, it kind of made sense for my partner to get them. So I just asked my boss because I was like, here's the thing. I mean, worst case, she they say no. It's like, well, hey, no, we're not paying for that or whatever. I don't care. I think we can do that. We'll get you and your partner, your colleague that we get you one. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I just asked for it and got it. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, the only thing is it's way heavier than the other one I had because I had the little 2-in-1. It was a little that's the HP that fold around. And the other thing is and the other thing, it's just bigger. And the other thing is it does not, it will go dead pretty quick. I mean, if you're it's pretty crazy. It will go dead. I mean, even if I'm like power saving mode, I think I can. If I'm just like futzing around and not doing anything or working anything, it'll last maybe 3-4 hours. But if I'm actually like running something or doing something, that thing will be dead. Oh yeah, but 90 minutes and that thing's toast. It's the battery is not good, but it's just a lot of power.
Do you tend to plug in when you go somewhere anyway?
Oh yeah, there's no way. Yeah. I mean, unless I know if I'm going into like maybe a conference room for a meeting for an hour or so, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of like dev work, probably okay. But if I were going to be like a couple hours in there, I would definitely bring a charger.
Definitely plug in, yeah.
So it's cool. So yeah, I mean, I was just amazed how much RAM it had. Like, holy cow, 64 gig, it's nuts. It's pretty crazy, and it's fast. I mean, I'll tell you, compared to my old one, when I'm doing stuff at work now, stuff just opens like.
Do some gaming on that bad boy.
No, you can't. No. They get real crabby about putting stuff on here. It's pretty locked down. So it's cool. But anyway,
of course, because it's work. Yeah,
it's work. So anyway, but So I guess let's talk about the big elephant in the room, right? So iOS, right? The new iPhones are out. And I'm gonna, let's just kind of.
Did you watch any of it?
No. Why? I wouldn't watch any of that. I wouldn't watch any of that because I don't watch any of them. Like I don't want to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard it was actually people were saying it was a pretty decent event. Like they said it was actually pretty okay. I don't know. I mean, as events go,
Yeah.
I don't think they're that interesting. I could just wait and catch the I can just get the
it wasn't that long, which was all right. Made it quite nice to watch.
Yeah, and I'll get the reruns later. It's like I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like there's not going to be a ton of coverage about it. So it's I feel like if I missed the keynote.
Did you catch up though? Like, do you know what's going on?
I think kind of. I mean, as much. Well, I will tell you, and I know this is going to surprise anybody who's listening because they know that we kind of aren't really Apple or iOS centric on the show. I actually do about as much interest in checking on those as I would any other like Samsung event, Unpacked or WWDC or Google I/O or I don't even know if they do Microsoft Build anymore. They probably don't. Maybe they do for like Surface devices, but who knows? That's more of a development conference, really. So no, I didn't do any more or less than I would normally do. I know we have a couple of phones. I got the 17. Everybody wants to kind of gig the design in the back. I don't have a problem with it. I don't really care.
Sure, I've got some thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So I've got a Pro Max coming.
Okay.
I ditched the Pixel. I thought, you know what? For various reasons, right? To do some commentary on here with you and with Ted on PSC, I thought, you know what? If I've got one to play with, I can give my thoughts more accurately.
Right.
For that reason. And you know what? There is a few things that intrigue me. Like they've actually got a vapor chamber in there now. They've the plateau, what they call it, the camera bar. That houses some of the components. So I found that quite interesting as well. Yeah,
it doesn't seem like it's just pure aesthetic, basically. There is some functionality.
There's functionality for it, yeah. Because around the outside is the antenna. Around the outside of that hump. So, I mean, there's some really good engineering involved because it's a unibody, a metal unibody. You'll like this because there's a lot less glass. It's just one glass panel, and obviously the front being the screen, of course, as well. But a lot less glass. That's much better.
Right.
So it will surprise people that I'm getting one, but I think it's you can't comment too much and say you hate Apple and not try it again.
No, and I don't. And here's the thing: I don't hate I just don't. I'm not familiar with the OS, and for me, I like having the ability to have some OEM flexibility as far as style and foldables. And I've never disliked iOS. And the problem is I don't use it often enough, so I struggle with
iOS. I dislike it.
I don't. Well, let's just say I don't prefer it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's kind of like it just exists. I'm just so used to using Android now, and I just do. But I have an iPhone. It's my work device, right? So I always have an iPhone, and I kind of like the way Android does things.
My SIM's not going in, by the way.
Okay,
my secondary SIM might at some point, but my main SIM's definitely not going to go in.
Now, in the UK, are you guys getting a SIM tray on UK devices?
Yes, on that model we are, but the Air is globally no SIM tray. It's just eSIM globally.
And I know that it's funny how eSIMs kind of turn into the new headphone jack of phones now. It's kind of like they took the headphone jack. This is ridiculous. Now, I mean, people still complain about it, and obviously, I still think it's nice to have the option of having a 3.5 mil jack, especially if you're going to do like a DAC, like the LGs. But I don't think anybody really. I don't think people that are that worked up anymore about it. I mean, maybe they would in the past, probably so. I think that's because here's the thing: everybody that I know that uses a phone. I mean, my wife and Becky got 16. It's eSIM. Now the thing with hers was weird. Was it took like an hour and a half for it to like work on the network. So when we got home, we set it all up, and which is funny because when I was at the store and I got the Fold 7 because it's eSIM too. It worked in like 5 minutes. So I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe it was a little shaky. Maybe it was just one of those little system glitches where just sometimes it takes a bit. I don't know. But I mean, for users like my wife, they don't care if it's eSIM because she's going to use that same phone for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
She's not switching.
People like us.
Or and on top of that, it really only affects people like us. And maybe some people who switch phones that aren't reviewers like I used to. Because I don't review phones, but I mean, obviously, if you review phones, it's pretty much a hassle.
Yeah.
But And that's what I was thinking, because I was kind of thinking about this before the show started. Like, how do I want to discuss this topic? And I think it's this is one of the things that kind of get me where people review phones. And please understand that this is not a zonk on anybody like Joe who does review phones and all that kind of stuff. So just be that as it may. I think we're kind of pearl clutching on that a little bit. I mean, really, you're really complaining about something that nobody really cares about. Now,
yeah.
Is it something that's valid? Would be nice to have a physical SIM where you could take it out or whatever. And if the technology was locked, but my question is, if the technology was as seamless as a physical SIM, I don't think you would care as much. If you could just go, if you had a phone, like right now, I've got my Fold. Like, let's say I wanted to switch back to my Surface Duo, which I still have.
Yeah, it's part of the data transfer. It just went bang onto the other phone.
Yeah, if I could just go in there and it would say, hey, and I could just connect to AT&T, and then it would just transfer the SIM, and it was done within like a minute or 5 minutes or even 10 minutes. Let's say it was 10 minutes, but it was that easy. Then nobody would complain about it at all, right? And nobody should. People will, because people will complain that water is wet. I get it, right? So some people want to watch the world burn. I get it. That's fine. If you're that person, cool. I would hate to be you.
Problem is,
because it's a lot of energy. Yeah.
Even when it is easy, I think you need an internet connection of some sort, don't you?
Yeah, and that's, again, there are technical limitations where as a physical SIM, it's not. You just take the SIM, put it in, fires up, it's cool.
Done.
Again, it's kind of like the same thing. Well, think about it, even like your PS5. Like, remember when we used to go to the store and actually buy physical discs? Remember those days? Yeah. I remember those days. I used to stand in line at local. I remember when, what was it, Burning Crusade? I think it was Burning Crusade. One of the expansions of World of Warcraft was old enough. So this is like probably 13 years ago. I remember my buddy owned a game store, like a little resale shop. So I actually got an advanced copy of I think it was the Lich King. I wouldn't quote me on it. Definitely Burning Crusade or Lich King. I actually had it installed on my computer, but obviously the servers. Oh, it had to be Lich King. Yep, and I remember why it was, because that was when they had the Death Knight. And I thought it was kind of funny because I actually had it 2 days ahead of time. So I actually loaded the entire, the CDs, right? Loaded it all. It was ready to go. Obviously, the servers weren't ready, right? Because they had to. So I remember at midnight, I didn't have to stay in line and then get the copy and then drive home, install, and then get online at like 2:30 or 3, right? I had already had it installed. So when the servers came online at midnight Central, like that, I created a character, was in there, and it was me and one other guy in the starting area for like probably an hour, maybe 2. And there was just me and this dude. Like, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was
because you like message each other.
No, but it was funny. It was usually when those happen, like there's thousands of players, right? Because it's as soon as it launches, boom. But this was back in the day when you actually had physical copy. You had to get it installed and then log on, and it might take half an hour. You know, drive home, load it. You might not be able to get it started till 2. So I had like this 2-hour window where it was just me and like maybe a couple other people, which didn't matter because I'm like, whatever.
Remember the days when it'd be like, now insert disc 2.
Right, disc 2, disc 3, right? Or disc 3 doesn't work. Now you have to start the install over, right? Or it gets corrupted.
Oh, man.
I had a copy of Diablo 3 and it did that. It was just like, it was like 2 discs or whatever. And one of the discs, I guess, was scratched and it wouldn't install. And I was like, what a pain. But now I got Borderlands 4, right, on Friday, and it just downloaded. Well, here's the thing. It's the same thing, right? I don't have a physical copy of the disc. I have rights to it. I don't have the physical disc. Yeah. So if I didn't have an internet connection, or let's say I have to get a new PS5 and I can't transfer stuff over. I mean, I have a purchase history. I get the understanding of the digital verse. It's good to have physical media. And I'm still an old school analog physical media guy. So I can understand where people are getting kind of salty about eSIM. But for most people who are upgrading their phones and doing all that, once their eSIM's installed and they're going to use that phone for 1 to 2 or 4, 3 or 4 years, I don't think they really care. I don't think they really notice. And actually, as a matter of fact, is when I had the physical SIM, I was switching it so often. Every once in a while, I would like damage the SIM and it just wouldn't work. So I had to go to AT&T and get a new one provisioned every once in a while, like once or every other year or so. So I get it. I mean, I understand it's not the end of the world. So I get it. I still think they should give you the option for a physical SIM, but I think it's one of those things where carriers are wanting to move away from it. I think OEMs are wanting to move away from it, at least in the United States. I know in Europe,
understand with the air that obviously the basis of that phone is being small, so they need the space for components. But yeah, it's frustrating. We like physical things. We're physical beings.
Right.
Like, we don't own much physical things these days. Like our music, like it's all.
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time you actually used a CD? Like actually put a CD in a CD? I'm probably I still have some of my old CDs that but I have them in a couple storage places. But nothing I have actually takes a CD. I don't
even owning
think,
like tracks. I don't even buy tracks anymore because I just stream it.
Right. And that's why it's kind of changed. Well, same thing with DVDs. When was the last time you actually bought a physical DVD or a Blu-ray or anything?
Yeah, ages ago.
Well, I never did anyway, usually just because I had a buddy who had has a shelf. And I mean, at one point he had like probably 400 or 500 like movies, like, like Blu-rays. Like, why the hell do you have all these? Like, are you going back and watching these things, everyone? I'm like, why do you have these? I only have one Blu-ray. It's the movie Serenity. It's literally the only Blu-ray I ever bought. Everything else is digital or whatever.
So I've got loads, but I haven't even got a Blu-ray player set up right now. Do you know what my Blu-ray player was? My PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what mine was too. I didn't have a Blu-ray. We had a Samsung Blu-ray player, and I think I got rid of it because it was just like. But yeah, I mean, and what I do have though, to be fair, I do have an actual CD-ROM, but it's USB-C, right?
Oh,
it just connects. It's just a little detachable. If I ever need it for any reason, because I do have some things that I actually had to get on, to my OneDrive or whatever, and so I had, and also Anna one had a lot of pictures that when Anna was little that I ripped onto that, and I needed. So it was like I think it was $20 on Amazon. Actually worked. I still have it in the drawer. I've used it a couple times. I'm okay with the iPhone Air. I know everybody's kind of like crabbing about it. But I mean, at least it's something different. I mean, it's clearly not the phone you're going to buy if you're a camera centric person because it only has one camera. Okay,
it feels very different for Apple though, right? Because it feels like they're just throwing it out there, which is not very Apple thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's probably in direct comparison to the S25 Edge. Again, the price point's a little high. I mean, $1,000.
Yeah, I just it's a piece of jewelry. It's going to be a phone that very low use users it'll be fine for.
I think a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, if you're a camera person, clearly this is not your phone because it's only got one camera.
No. But it's got 4 or 5 cameras. That's how it's marketed as.
Yeah, well, it's got the stuff on the front. Yeah, but I'm saying on the rear, it only has one sensor.
No, that's how they market the back camera. That it's got 4 lenses.
But it can do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it can do that. Yeah, I understand that, and I mean they got to do something, and you know what? And we act like marketing is only an iPhone thing. I mean,
no, they all do it. Like, yeah,
right. So I understand. I don't think I would use a thin phone. I would like to try one and just kind of see because I'll tell you when I was at the store getting the Fold 7, doing that trade in, they actually had the S25 Edge. They had it on display. I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. Like, I don't think I would buy an S25 Edge. I thought it was actually pretty cool.
Not for me. Yeah, definitely. I don't know who it's for though, Sam. Like, who is it for?
I don't know. And I don't have the answer to that.
That's the problem. Like, we're techies as well. We can't figure out who it's for.
But I guess my question is and I cannot I cannot believe I'm actually going to do this on this show, but I kind of feel like, what is Apple supposed to do here? Okay, they really they're really not ready for foldable flippable. Maybe they are soon, but they're not there yet. And they've gotten a couple of years where they've had people complaining the iPhone is not doing anything. It's the same darn iPhone every year, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here they come out with an iPhone Air. Now, it's like the 5C. Remember when the 5C came out? It was like, who wants a plastic iPhone? This thing's a piece of crap. But it's like they're kind of stuck either way. Like they're screwed either way they are, right? Either if they wouldn't have done the iPhone Air and they just did 17 Pro, 17, and the 17 Pro Max, and that's all they did, people would have been through the roof yelling and screaming. Here it is another year where iPhone didn't change jack, and they're excoriating iOS and Apple.
Yeah, to be fair, they dropped the Plus, so they had to have something sit in that space. So the Air kind of sits in that space. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably a beautiful piece of engineering. It probably looks fantastic, but I just don't think it's going to be a great phone for people.
I don't.
Red flag, Sam.
What?
You see the big red flag? So they also launched a MagSafe battery pack for it.
Right? Oh, I know. Because I think they're anticipating that battery's going to be shite. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, come on. That's a big red flag. It's obvious that they know that the battery's not going to be great. So take your thin phone and make it like a normal phone with a battery pack.
Right. But, I mean, but I feel kind of bad. Yeah, I just feel kind of bad that Apple can't seem to win here. And it's like, okay, well, they got rid of the Plus. So they got the Air. I mean, honestly, if I were buying a phone, the only difference between the iPhone 17 and the Air would be, well, Cleve's $200, right? But also, you're losing the camera, one of them, right? And it's a lot thinner, and the battery's probably not as good. Now, if this phone $799 at the same time as the iPhone 17, what does that mean? I don't know. All I know is one thing is everybody talks about, that they don't want to do that because it'll cannibalize sales. I'm like, no, it's not. They're buying an iPhone. They're just not buying that iPhone. They're just buying it's cannibalizing SKU. That it is. They'll sell less of those and less of the others. Because if the iPhone Air was at $799 as the same as the iPhone 17 base model, would people buy more Airs? I think they would.
I would tell people to buy the base model because for me, it's a better phone.
Oh, yeah, well, by far. But the only difference is it's not the new iPhone.
Yeah, it is. It's the new iPhone 17.
No, it's not the new iPhone. Right? This is a different iPhone. Nobody's got an Air.
No. Yeah.
You have a 16e, a 16 Plus, a 16 Pro.
Let's talk about some of the positives of the 17, right? 256 gigabyte of storage as base model now.
Yeah, that had to happen because I mean, finally Apple got off the 128.
Google hasn't. I know,
but finally got off the 128. Come on, can we please? It's 2025.
Right,
let's calm down.
Apple done well there. It's got promotion technology, which is high refresh rate, and it goes down from 1 hertz right up. Bravo, well done. Finally, they've given it the ceramic shield too, so it's got the premium coating on the screen. That's very good. Cameras like pretty much the same, but I think actually there's a 48 megapixel ultra wide now, as well as 48 megapixel main. I mean, it's some very welcome upgrades. If you're an Apple iPhone user, that's a very good upgrade. Much better than the past, I'd say. It looks the same though. Actually, there's one thing they did change, right? It's a 6.3 inch screen instead of 6.1.
Yeah, a little bit bigger. And here's the thing. I like that they only have the glasses, that one little piece there. It's not the entire. I like this design. I actually think it's kind of.
You're talking about the Pro and Pro Max.
On the Pro. Yeah, the Pro.
I told you you'd like it.
I'm kind of digging it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
That unibody's good, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a 48 megapixel Fusion main. You have a Fusion ultra wide and a Fusion telephone. 48 megapixels. The aperture is f1.78 on the main, 2.2 on the ultra wide, and 2.8 on the telephoto. I mean, and here's the thing. Obviously, the photos. That's obviously it's pretty even now. Video. I heard Dave and Amel talking to Miriam Jawar, and I heard Miriam say it, and this is something that I can't ever disagree with. iPhone, something when iOS is crushing video, like it's not even close. And still, even in 2025 with all these advanced phones and everything else, still Apple crush it. It's not even close, dude. It's not even close. I mean, I'm not even a video guy. No, it depends. Maybe on the Huawei, maybe on these high end Vivos, maybe it's better. Maybe that gap is
down a bit, but
in the US, probably, no way. Not iOS, not Samsung, and not Pixel.
Well, a lot of creators use iPhones as their main camera, don't they? Like,
yeah, and it's the video is so good. I don't know however Apple's figured out how to make that awesome. And I mean, I've seen videos taken on my wife's iPhone. It's like if we're taking a video, I default to hers. I don't even use I didn't use the Pixel, and I don't use my not that I wouldn't, right? It's not like it's trash.
There's a few things in the chat we've got to acknowledge. So Louis said about the center stage selfie. Do you know about this?
Where the module rotates, so no matter which way you do it, it's still vertical.
No, it doesn't rotate. It's a square sensor.
Okay.
So what it does, it takes either vertical or horizontal off the sensor, and it can use AI to do that. It's cool. It's great innovation, and I think everyone will copy this.
Right,
because it makes perfect sense, to do, and it's a higher megapixel now. So it's with that though, I think it's 18 megapixels, but your images will be cropped in slightly because obviously it's cropping into the sensor. So you're probably going to have 12 megapixel selfies still, you did before. But it's really, really clever, really great. I can imagine that being useful with family getting landscape rather than having to change my phone around.
Right. Yeah. And so the Honor foldable, and I mean like I said, I don't have access to a Vivo here. Well, I do if I want to gray market it, right? I mean, I could gray market the thing. I understand, and Huawei too, right? I'm just saying in the United States. Granted, that's
Sam. So the X300 Ultra is touted to be the first phone with two 200 megapixel sensors.
So I guess what is that camera sensor?
So it'll be the telephoto and the main will both be 200 megapixels.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. That's high-end stuff, man.
Isn't center stage where the camera keeps you in the center of the video?
Yeah, so it does do that as well. But they've called the selfie center stage as well. So it uses that technology, but it's also a square sensor. But yeah, it's very interesting tech. But yeah, with that as well, the stabilization on the selfie video should be very good as well. I'm looking forward to testing it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so it's 18 megapixel.
Yeah, I like that. It's good.
I even actually said it. Yeah, 18 megapixel center stage front camera. The new front camera gives you flexible ways to frame your videos and to tap to expand the field of view and rotate from portrait to landscape without moving your phone. See, I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a lifestyle feature that everyone's going to enjoy.
That's pretty cool, and I guarantee you, they're gonna pick it up, and somebody's gonna go with it because I'm sure
somebody. I'm shocked if everyone didn't copy that.
I guarantee you, people at Samsung are probably like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." Again, I'm trying. Everybody's like, "Oh no," and I remember because me and Steve Litchfield had this discussion. He's like, "You're always bagging on iPhone. You're always kind of critical," and I said, "Okay, that feedback's probably true." And it's funny because I really hadn't really heard that from somebody that I kind of respected to hear, but like nobody really gave me feedback. He's like, "Hey mate, I just think you're a little overly harsh on them." Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I thought, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair feedback. That's fair criticism. And I probably need to be better about it.
But my response to that was they wasn't doing the things that they should be doing for a £799 phone.
Right, exactly. And again, but
that feels like they have.
Right. I'm telling you, I mean, if you're just a user of the things, I mean, I know it's the difference is pretty different, right? I mean, there's the difference is $10.99, $7.99. I mean, that's $300. Okay, that's a pretty good gap. But if you can get the 17 Pro, I think that's the play. I mean, I don't think I would get the Pro Max at this point. I just see too big.
That was my plan, right? But because I've got it on contract, it was £3 a month difference. So I thought, I'll just go Pro Max.
Yeah. But for me, and the difference is, on the iPhone 17, I'll tell you, can we, I guess the elephant in the room, I guess everybody's already seen it. That orange is dope.
Yeah.
That orange is awesome.
Guess what color I've gone for?
Well, you better have got the orange. I think I think that's the only color they're going to goddamn sell.
It's delayed now because of 17 minutes into the pre-order window, right?
They were gone.
I got a confirmation email. I said, "Yep, estimated on launch day, 3:00 that day." I got another email. Yeah, sorry, it's delayed by up to 2 weeks. I was like,
right, dude, that orange is awesome. And actually, I kind of like on the iPhone Air that real light. I guess you would call it like light blue. I don't dislike that either.
Sky blue or whatever. I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. And on the 17,
orange is called cosmic orange, isn't it? I think.
Sure, I don't care what it's called. I just think it looks good. right? But here's the funny thing. Here we are again.
Sam, you know, I work in Luton.
Yeah.
And you know what colour Luton football team wear?
Fuchsia. No.
Orange. So I call it the Luton Pro Max.
Yeah, Luton Pro Max. Well, the problem is you're going to walk around, everybody's going to think you're a Luton supporter because you got the.
They will. Yeah.
They're like, no, I'm totally a Gunner, man. And they're like,
up the Hatters.
Yeah. Right. Whatever that means. I have no clue. That's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so now is Luton, are they
They're rubbish.
Are they Champions League or are they division?
Nowhere near Champions League. They've been relegated 2 years running. So they were in the Premiership. They got relegated to Championship. They got relegated again.
So now they're in what's it called? Division 1? What's it called again?
Yeah, I think they're
League One. Is it League One?
They're awful. Yeah, League One.
And I'm telling you, man, I still think, folks, if you're paying attention, if you're an American on the show, American sports, professional they should relegate. I'm here for it. Like, let's do it. All these guys, all these teams basically sandbag at the end of the year so they get a better draft position. Screw that. You are the last two teams. You go to AAA. If you're the best two teams in AAA, you get moved up.
Only in League One. They're sitting middle table at the moment as well.
Oh, yeah, Luton Town. Well, don't feel bad. I think St. Louis City FC, I think they're on a table of 15. I think they're 14th in the West.
Oh, wow.
They're bad. They're having a bad season. Well, and
Jimmy just said, glad to see no Arsenal top. Are you blind, Jimmy?
They played Montreal.
This is Arsenal.
And they beat them 2-0. That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Montreal.
Yeah, well, I think no, they're not very good. They're the FC. They're the St. Louis FC of the Eastern Conference. They're
okay.
Yeah, they're bad. I mean, it's the match of second to last people in the table. This is what it basically comes down to.
Well, you didn't come last, mate.
No, yeah. And when there's no relegation, although if they did the bottom two teams, St. Louis City would get relegated. That's kind of, and I'll tell you right now, we have a St. Louis City. There's a City 2. It's like I guess it's like their Champion League team. It's like I wouldn't say it's like a development. It's like an under 17 league. City 2 is actually pretty good. Matter of fact, and those tickets are cheap. You can go to a City 2 game for literally a third of what it costs to go to an St. Louis City FC game. So I think I might go see. I haven't not been to a match. I'm a terrible St. Louis sports fan. I still have not been to one. But City 2 is pretty good. I mean, they're pretty, and it's pretty competitive football, I think. But yeah, they're having a rough year, folks. It's bad. So I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I'm
using my V5 as my daily.
Okay, how's that? Now let's get into that because I know we had talked a little bit before. So you've had it, what, about 2 weeks now, kind of using it?
Yeah. So must be now.
So so what are we thinking? What's our 2 week review?
I mean, I love the V3, right? And this is a really nice refinement on that. I think the inner screen's much more durable. Like, the foldables I had in the past, right? It felt like your nail. When your nails are a bit longer, it felt like your nail could always make a mark in it. This doesn't feel like
scratch
that.
It or whatever. Okay.
This doesn't feel like that.
Is it because the screen feels thicker? Or just
yes?
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the Fold 7's the same, Sam. Correct me if I'm wrong. It feels more durable.
I don't know. I mean, I can't remember if I had the Fold 5 and 7 side by side. I can feel, but I definitely don't feel anywhere near the level of anxiety using this that I do with the Fold 5. And I didn't really have anxiety with the Fold 5, but it feels better built. Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a really big thing for me because that's always a fear with foldables, right? Mm-hmm. But this feels solid. So really pleased with that. I love the free case that comes in the box.
I'm sorry. That should just be a thing. That should just be a thing. I'm sorry.
So bravo honor for that. Love that. Image to video, right? So I don't know if it's just because of the unit I've got, but it was free on the V5, just like it was on the 400 Pro. But I told you just before we started the show. So yesterday I had free options to do it, free trial. I did that, and that's fine. Today it asked me for 51p. Right, so I said, "Go on then." I'll do it through my PayPal. I don't know what I was thinking, but I think I had in my head that I was going to pay 51p and I'd get a load of videos. Right. this one came out shit, so I didn't even save it. And then I realized that 51p was for that one video. I was like, what the hell? So, being the cheapskate I am, I went onto PayPal and asked for a refund.
Yeah, that's funny.
But like, it was an interesting test. But 51p for one image to video is poor. So that I'm not too happy about.
Right.
What else is there? Do you know what? I haven't used the multi-screen too much. I've done it a few times where you can have 3 things on the screen.
Oh yeah,
and it was quite nice. You can do that. I think it might even be better on the Fold 7. I'm not sure. Have you multitasks on that much, Sam?
Yeah, I do quite a bit because again, I think the reason why I multitask more is because of all my years of using a Duo. I'm kind of, again, the default posture is not one of multitasking. It's more of content consumption, but I do multitask a lot on it, actually. Not every day. And not every time I open it up. Sometimes it's opening up just I want to look at a picture. Or the other day when I was doing some stuff out and I was trying to show somebody, I opened it up so I can give a bigger canvas to see the picture that I was looking at. But other than that, I'd say probably half the time I open it up, I'm using both screens on.
That's kind of what it looks like when you do 3. So you have one little sliver down.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's what the OnePlus does, right? It kind of panels across instead of
and then you can pull it across. It's quite good though. I actually prefer though when you got 3 options to have one as a floating window. So have 2 like split and then a floating on top. Yeah.
And that would be good if you're like looking at a ticker or some scores or whatever. I mean, obviously having a floating window there, it can't really watch a video. I mean, you could. I guess it's too small, but whatever. But yeah, it's nice if you were like having like maybe some like a weather contact, or if you're looking at something specific, it's refreshing every once in a while. You don't need a lot of input and or like to see anything in detail. A floating window would be pretty decent, I think.
So it's quite good for AI writing tools to get things from different places and put it in.
Yeah. Or if you if you're just taking something, you want to grab some video and you want to, or some like text, you want to drag it into another screen, maybe like a Word doc or a Google Slides or whatever, that would be kind of nice. But I'm done buying tech for the year, probably so. Probably. I mean, I can't say no. For me, probably not. I'm probably good for the rest of the year. I don't think I need anything this year. This Fold 7 is pretty good, and I'm okay.
So for me, buying phones, I've stopped doing it now, right? So I only have phones on my contract to try out. But I don't class that as buying it because it's my SIM as well. The phones I will review now are the ones that I get through Honor and through Motorola. And if any other brands want to send me phones, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to pay for any phones anymore. That's me done. But I say that, but if a good deal comes up, you never know. But the tech I want to buy is this.
Lenses. Yeah, you got the new lens. I
want to buy more lenses, right?
Well, not brand new, but new to you lens, right?
Yeah, this was under 200 quid for a nifty 50 prime lens for my camera. But I want to get out more of my camera and I want some new lenses. And talking of lenses, here's through Jermaine's lens.
Right.
How about that for timing?
Perfect. Hey, Jermaine, welcome, sir. Thanks for swinging out by. I know you're quite busy, so we always realize we always realize you got a lot of stuff going on, and we're happy that you can always swing by and jump in and listen to the show for a little while. So the only thing I'm really anticipating is iPad OS 26. Yeah, I mean the Magic Keyboard. That's that really expensive keyboard. Again, I'm okay with spending that kind of money. Hopefully, it lives up to the cost. I mean, I know they're expensive, and the iPro pad. And I mean, if you got an M4 iPad Pro and you got that kind of a keyboard, I mean, you really don't need a laptop, probably. I would think. And I think that's probably what Apple's trying to do, right? They're trying to basically say, hey, why get a MacBook or why get a, whatever, or maybe even an iMac, right? Or if you get any kind of a desktop, right? If you've got this, I mean, that should handle most of your, especially if you got an iPhone and, and an Apple Watch and all that kind of stuff. You really don't need a computer, right? I mean, it's got a browser. Although I would say Safari still sucks. I will stand on business. I don't care what anybody says. If you defend Safari, and I'm not saying that Edge and Chrome and Firefox are much better. I'm just saying Safari blows. I don't care what anybody says. I just don't like it, and I hate Safari.
I should switch to Edge because from what I've heard, it is much more slicker than Chrome.
I have used Edge for a long time. It works okay. What I run into more often than not is website compatibility. Sometimes I'll go to some of these websites and Edge won't render the website because it's not compatible. Obviously, Chrome would be, and I would just switch it. But my go-to is usually Edge. I mean, and maybe it's because of Microsoft. I don't know. All I know is it seems like as a browser, for what I'm trying to do, it works pretty good. Firefox works okay too, I think. But
my laptop took a while. It's because it's Windows 11 now.
Oh yeah,
I didn't realize. Obviously, that's what it was.
Right. And like I said, also Chrome is real resource heavy. It just is. Yeah. And I know they have like lighter versions. I think don't they have like some kind of version of Chrome where it's like a light Chrome or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's Chrome's got so much RAM. Yeah, Chrome it's a good browser. It's just it's way too heavy. It should not use that much RAM and that much resources to run a browser. It's just kind of dumb. And Windows 11, hell. Yeah, I mean, I have Windows 11. I've had Windows 11 because I'm still, I don't know if they still really, it's not as kind of a big deal anymore, but I'm still on the Windows Insider program. So I have early copy. I don't have the development builds. At one point I was running dev builds. That got a little weird. I had some real problems running dev builds on any computer, and I was running them on my on my main, like I only had one computer. Don't run development builds on your main machine. I know they always say that. I'm here to tell you, I tried to do that and it got weird.
So betas and betas, don't run them.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't even betas. These are like dev builds. So like these are like, I wouldn't call them alphas. They're definitely not release candidate. These are like if you have a development, because it's funny is, when you're doing software dev work, you have a production environment. You might have a QA, like a lower environment, like a QA, but it's not like bad. But then you have like dev environments that are usually on your local. They're not usually on a data center. You have a local environment of your application locally on your machine. That's a dev build, and we have dev 1 and dev 2 where I work, and I would not try to use that as the main. I mean, it's definitely a development build. It's pretty crappy. So just so you know, if you're getting, I know probably people won't go that far. I'm just telling you, if they have like an early build, like a beta, sure. If you go aggressive and go to like into the Windows thing and go to the dev channel, you better be a developer. You better have a way to be able to debug code and write stuff and fix, or just realize that half your shit's going to be broken. So
I've got no clue. I did get something new, Sam.
What's that?
OnePlus Watch 3. So
yeah, okay. So how long have you had that? Because didn't you mention you were getting that? Was it part of a deal, or you bought that, or it was the trade with the Mac? Right? Was that
Mac with Mac? Yeah. I mean, it's a great trade for me. I did love the 6 Classic,
right?
But he was happy to do a straight swap.
Okay.
So yeah, I bought a metal band for it, so that's new to match. Because with my Watch 3, Watch 2, I had the silver band, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Which I love that thing, but yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I think
it's
OnePlus
not bad.
do the best watches for Android devices at the moment, I think.
Now, how is the like battery? I was always wondering because I know the battery.
Yeah, it's about 3 days. I mean, I'm on.
That's pretty good for a smartwatch.
Yeah, I'm on 34%. This is with sleep tracking as well.
Right.
I haven't done any exercise though. I can't pretend I've gone for a run or anything. That would obviously drain it more. But yeah, just light use, bit of tracking, checking.
2 to 3 days is really good. I mean, and I have light use on my Galaxy, the 6 Classic, and it's about a day and a half ish, and then I gotta charge it. So,
and the good thing is it fast charges. Like it's not slow like some other watches. So I'll sleep track tonight, and then when I shower tomorrow, I'll probably put it on charge, and it'll be good for another 3 days. So decent.
Oh, you got a part-time gig. Oh, Jermaine's got a side hustle. Yeah. Okay, well, that would probably cut into a lot more of your time. I get you, mate. Yeah. So that makes sense.
You're still making good, great content, though.
It does have secure boots. You can't update to 11, which you kind of must. Yeah, I get it.
You might like his last video, actually, Sam. It was a really low-end moto.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, I just have not. I mean, honestly, and here's the thing: full disclosure, I just do not. I have a lot of stuff, especially when I'm at work. Like I am so busy what's going on at work, and I have to be kind of all in. I don't have a lot of time to sit there and kind of futz
you
around.
don't even text me, man.
I know. Don't feel bad. I don't do it.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
During the week, but I mean, I just don't really like. By the time I get home, and like I'm situated, and I have like an hour or two. I go to bed early. I'm not usually in bed by 9 because I get up early.
Buying caravans.
Right. I bought a caravan. We'll get into that later. Anyway, so it's not periwinkle. It's not periwinkle blue. Fair. Okay. I mean, if you understand the reference, if you know, you know. If you don't, that's cool. Watch Snatch. You'll get it. Anyway, so, but like on the weekends, like I said, I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of time. I watch a video here and there and kind of stuff, but I don't like everybody. We have Telegram chats with, all of our groups, right? And stuff like that. And I just don't, I read them and I'll like pop in or now, but I mean, I just don't participate a lot in them. I'm not online very often. I'm a really bad tech guy because I'm not online a lot. I know a lot of people are online a lot and they're doing memes and they're chatting and videos and that stuff. I'm not that guy, right? I'm just not. I'm too in the weeds on life, right?
As long as you watch my content, Sam,
I do, and I actually do, and I actually put likes and stuff like that. I mean, the only person I really watch with a lot of regularity is Shane Craig because he talks about foldables, and I'm kind of interested in that. But even then, I mean, he's putting out videos all the time, probably daily, sometimes 2 times a day. I might catch once every other day.
Yeah.
Or every third day. And I like because they're like 8 or 10 minutes. I can just go in there and watch it real quick and go, okay, cool. Make a comment real quick and be done with it. So I just, I feel bad. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. I mean, I was supposed to get on with that last Saturday was the members only with Gigi, right? The members, and I completely, I was having I was enjoying the evening of Saturday night, and I probably wasn't 100% in a place where I probably could be online and talking coherently. Let's just put it that way, right? I was a couple of pints in. Let's just put it that way, right? I was enjoying the good time, and I usually have a cocktail once in a while kind of thing. Saturday night, I forgot all about it, and I was enjoying the fact that I didn't have to work, and I had a pretty cold night. And Saturday night, it was kind of so I could have got online. I got a little. It might be pretty embarrassing because I wasn't. Oh yeah, every once in a while it's kind of let loose, but it might have been like when we had Shane Craig on with Joe at the pub. It might have been like that. Oh dear. It might have been worse than that. And I don't think it would have been worse than that. It would have been bad. It just wasn't a good look. So I'm just like, you know what? I probably just, and I even texted Gigi. I was like, I was kind of faded. Sorry about that. My bad.
But
anyway, yeah, Moto G. I mean, okay, cool. Like I said, I'm going to check it out. Like I said, I've got some time. I'm going to look at that real quick and see. But yeah, I'm sorry, Jermaine. I haven't gotten to a lot of content.
Jermaine's videos demand a bigger screen, though. They're not to be watched on phones. That's what I'll say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I know when I watched the Arnhem, I rewatched that on my TV. I cast it to TV. It's way better to watch it on that kind of a format than it is to watch. I mean, yeah. And I went back and watched that a couple of months ago. I still think that's one of my most of Jermaine's videos. He does great work. I loved that video. Like I watched it a couple of times. That's how much. And then because I don't get it, chances are I'm probably never going to get to the Netherlands. It probably won't be on my agenda.
Yeah.
It's Rachel. Yeah. I call her Rachel. She calls me, and she still Reggie. To this day, Reggie. She barely ever calls me Sam. I don't think she ever calls me Sam. Maybe to me she does. But whenever I drop in their show, whenever they're doing like a Tuesday night or they're doing the Saturday, it's Reggie. It's always going to be Reggie. And you know what? That's what I get for being a complete idiot for an entire. I mean, I literally had her on the show and literally called her the wrong name. The entire. Oh, and not just did it like once or twice, like literally said it like 18 times. I kept leaning into it. It was like the worst possible guest appearance.
She was polite.
She was so great about it. Finally, she pings me. She goes, my name's not Rachel, right? And I was like, I read that. And it was like, I knew you probably don't have these commercials in the UK because it's Southwest Airlines, right? So they had a commercial, right, a lot of time where it's called Want to Get Away, but they have these really awkward kind of moments and they go, want to get away? Because you're like embarrassed the hell out of yourself. And one of them was this guy was like, they were at a hockey game and he's like, and it goes, hey, Prokhorov, you stink. Prokhorov can't escape. He's like, for like, and finally, and then they go, hey, everybody, we want to introduce the parents of Vitaly Prokhorov. And then right behind his two parents stand up. They're like, he's like, because his dad and mom are right behind him, and he's like, this kid sucks, right? And it's funny because he goes, and the thing is, want to get away, and it has like a jet sound, right? It was like that, only worse. I was just like, I would just want to bury my head in my desk. I was like, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, and she handled it like a champ. So God love her. And so that, and what's funny is because I was an idiot and I didn't do what I was supposed to do, instead of like being upset about it, not only has she rolled with it, but it's become kind of a running gag between me and Gigi. Yeah, it's like, brilliant. She just calls me Reggie. It's just funny how it works out. Right. And so it's funny how even when you make a mistake in life, if you're gracious about the fact that you make a mistake and you're dealing with somebody who's understanding that's like, you know, who cares? I get it. It makes sense. Right. And she's really been gracious about it. And it was funny. So that's one of the few things I ever did. I was just like, oh my God, how embarrassing. And she's been great about it. And she's fantastic. And Gigi Rachel, Gigi as a general human being is one of my favorite creators. Listen, every time I go into that chat and listen to her and LaShawn and Sean and all them, and it's just, and JoJo's in there a lot. It's great. I just think it's fantastic. That's one of my favorite places to pop in every once in a while. So yeah, I mean, get an iPhone Air, get a 16. I wonder if that's going to continue.
Don't get an iPhone Air. Don't tell people that, Sam.
Get an iPhone Air if you want to get whatever phone you want. Now, get the phone, and if you don't like it, then you can go, Sam told me to get it. And then you can say, I should have listened to Joe because he said, don't get it. Now, if you want to spend $1,000, right? And I don't necessarily hate the fact that it's thin. If you're clearly a picture person, that's not your phone because the cameras and battery life.
But Sam, we go back to the same question. Who is it for?
I don't know who it's for. I'm just glad that's for. They're doing something. They're doing something else, and you can't have it both ways. Right? You can't say they don't do nothing and then they do something. Well, it sucks. Well, okay. What would you do? Well, I would have a foldable. Well, they're not there yet. And they may not do a foldable. Until I actually see them announce it, I'm not believing Apple's doing a foldable next year or year after.
Do you know what a lot of people actually would want? The Mini again. That actually was a great. I don't know why they dropped the Mini. I thought the SE was a pretty good phone. I thought those were pretty okay. No, I hated them. I like the fact that they were smaller. But the specs on them for the price you paid is also terrible.
Well, here's
my thing. It's value for money is awful for me. Well, that's my opinion. I have stated this year it's much better, much better.
Well, I think they're competitive. I think the one-to-one comparisons now. Well, because look at it. What was the Edge? S25 Edge was $999, wasn't it? Yeah, $999 for the Air, right? So they're right there with it. So
okay, let's compare. So 3,800 milliamp battery to 3,100 milliamp battery. I think it's a 6.5 quad HD screen versus what's the Air? I can't remember what the Air's got now. But it's not as good resolution. 6.3, I think it is. Well,
let's look at the Air. I don't know. I'm here.
A 200 megapixel main camera with a 12 megapixel ultra wide. What's the Air got? Just one lens. Which is okay. The Edge has got faster charging as well as having a bigger battery. For me, the Edge, okay, so the Air is a tiny bit thinner. They've nailed that. Well done. And it looks rather nice, like a piece of jewelry, I guess. But that's for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know who the Edge is for either. I had someone from Samsung in my store, and I was like, she's like, "What do you think of the Edge?" And I was like, honestly, I don't think anyone's going to be interested in it. And there hasn't been a great deal of interest either.
Well, and probably not.
You know, I mean, they're beautiful. They are beautiful devices, right? They're lovely piece of engineering. But that's not what I want a phone for, just to be a lovely piece of engineering.
Right. Well, I get it, but there are people who do want that, and most of those people. Yeah. And here's the thing: if you're using an iPhone, there isn't value for money there. There just isn't. No. It's I would consider that to be a high-end brand. If you look at, let's look at a PC, a similarly spec'd PC running Windows is probably, generally speaking, going to be more affordable than any kind of iMac or a MacBook, or it just is. And the reason why is because people will buy an iPhone. They don't really care about the cost. I mean, it definitely sucks. I mean, all things being simple.
They position themselves in that space.
Well, they've worked to earn that because they've made it a lifestyle brand. And when something is a lifestyle brand, and here's the thing, they have no other OEM to compete against. It's not like they've Samsung and Pixel and Honor and Vivo and Realme and Xiaomi and Huawei and all these other companies have to compete in a space against other Android OEMs. iOS has to compete against nobody. If you want iOS and if you want an iPhone and all the stuff that brings, you have to pay to play. And when you have to pay to play, they set the bar. I mean, honestly, they could be ridiculous. They could go here and look at this. And I mean, if it's one of those things where if I'm running,
they kept the price the same as last year, which was good.
Yeah. And I mean, they could go iPhone 17 Pro. They can make it $13.99. They can make it $11.99. They can make it $9.99 on the 17. And you know what? They'd still sell millions of them. They'd still sell millions of them because people aren't buying that outright. They are contracting it. And so the difference between $7.99 and $9.99 is $8. Yeah. $8. Right. And so honestly, that's what I'm saying is iOS. I mean, that's why I hate these comparisons about value for money, because they don't live in the same sphere. They aren't competing against anybody else. Samsung couldn't do that. If they made the S25 Ultra, let's say they made it $15.99 versus the Pixel 9 Pro XL, they may sell more, probably because it's Samsung.
I feel the same. I've gone off Pixel, and it's for the same reason that the value for money proposition, it's not there as much now. Like,
right?
I mean, especially, I've ditched the Pixel for the Pro Max just for content reasons.
And honestly, I don't think that's a bad. Actually, if anything, I think that's a fantastic idea, because you were kind of already kind of like shaky in the Pixel, and if you're going to be doing this, you need to check out what's going on with the 7. I mean, if I had a chance, I would pick up a 17 Pro just to kind of see what it's about. Yeah. And again, this is coming from a person. I didn't always use Android. I used iOS for a long time. I had one all the way up until the 8 Plus. I had a red. Oh, that's another thing. Can we please bring back either product red or bring red back as a color? Can we just do that? I mean, come on, Apple. I mean, you had the orange, have a red. Get rid of black and white, because nobody wants those damn phones. Everybody wants a color.
Jermaine's video again. Mm-hmm. The motor he has in that video is red.
Yeah. It's a nice color. I mean, and here's the thing. Look at the phones, right? What phones generally don't sell? SKUs, right? I mean, if you go resale shops, sites, Swappo, right? If it's black or white, But if you find the green one or a red one or a yellow one or whatever, those always sell better and they always have more value. That same phone, it might be 20 quid more just because it's red. So if I were making a phone company and I had colorways to do, there would be no white and black. That would be, I would maybe have one or the other, maybe white only, because some people don't want a bunch of loud colors, like, older folks or people just don't care. But I would have, if I had the iPhone 17 series, right? You have orange, black, white on the 17 Pro. Get rid of one of those, make black, fine. Black would be yellow, orange, red, blue, black. That would be it. That would be it. I would have no. I mean, look at the 16. They had black and white. They still have to do black and white, but people look at the orange.
Sam, that's one thing that's a bit controversial. Actually, is the new Pro range hasn't got a black option for the first time for a long time.
Well, that's weird because I'm on Apple's website and it shows black.
Oh, in the UK,
but it's really silver. Again, I don't know. So maybe I didn't read that. No, I don't think so. Hold on a minute. Give me a sec, because I'm on their website. Let's see what. I need somebody to check me here, because probably not. Hold on a minute.
Simon, did you buy your Honor direct with Honor? Oh, it looks like you did. Their store's pretty good, actually.
So you go here, right? And it looks like, to me, I don't know. This is black, right? That's black, right? And that's black, right?
No, I'm talking about the Pro one.
I understand, but look here. This is their web.
Yeah.
This is Apple.com.
Yeah, I know that 17 comes in black.
Right. But would you look at this and you'd say blue, white, kind of white, black, purple, green, sort of whatever, black, and then black. This looks to me to be black, orange, and white. Right?
Deep blue.
Right. Do you see the difference? Am I losing my mind here? Because this is black, right? On the website. Okay, okay. You got to zoom all the way in. Look at the difference.
Yeah, it's deep
See?
blue.
It's deep blue. But if you're looking at who's looking at a website like this? Unless you're 95 years old, right?
Yeah, but when you click on it, it'll be immediately.
I know, but I'm saying, but you're looking at the colorways from here. This looks black and black and black. This looks black to me. Anyway, so you got deep blue.
So there's some feedback for your Apple. Sort out your website.
Yeah, well, I'm saying maybe it's because I'm old. So maybe that's it, right? Oh, stop. I don't want you to advance.
Well, they might have other old users as well.
But yeah, that's like basically silver and orange and blue. Perfect. No, don't real white. You don't have all white. You have all black. Great. Because I think silver is for people who don't care about color and want to be kind of minimalistic and don't really want to be flashy. That's the silver. But I mean, can you imagine if they would have thrown a product red in here? Don't have to call it product red. Fine, don't.
To be fair,
but to make it red or green, a real cool green color, that would be cool.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, a green here, or orange, a dark blue, and then a green, and then maybe like a lighter hue, like a magenta or like a purplish kind of color. Dude, that would be. But dude,
you know what I was thinking? Like the Pixel XL, you could have the glass panel white and the unibody black, like a panda, and then have an orange accent on the buttons.
Yeah, like I like these. These colors are pretty slick. Like I think these colors are pretty cool on the iPhone. The lavender's nice. I like this. Like, would you stop? Can I? I don't. Oh, I want to look at the back. I don't care about the damn screen. The back.
If you go back to the top, you can just run through the colors.
Yeah, well, right here. But stop moving. Oh, pause. Stop.
Go back. The way you was before.
Hold on a minute. Go here. Go here. I don't. Okay, there we go. I'll pause it. There we go. Like, this is cool. Even this is cool. Yeah, I'm okay with these three middle colors. I mean, obviously, then you got black and you got white. It's like, sucks. Can we just not do this anymore? Again, bring back red, right? Free Apple, free red. Just saying, free red. That's what I would do.
Sam says heat forged. Simon says about heat forged.
Heat forged, like it was made. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like textured. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Well, actually, I'm okay. I'm okay with just like getting rid of all the glass in the back and make it all metal. Or I actually I like
metal, more metal.
You're mine, Apple. Yeah, okay, I get it. I understand. That orange is fire. Oh hell yeah, that orange is fire, dude. Don't care.
That's why I'm getting it, because
dude, I would, and then if I were, I would wait 2 weeks. I would wait 2 weeks to get the orange because that color is.
Although
the dark blue is kind of nice, I don't dislike that. The dark blue is okay. Yeah, but I mean, if I were going for it, I think I would go for this green. What?
Orange is a Trump. That's your cue there.
No, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'm gonna take a week.
Take a week off.
Yeah, take a week off. Yeah, I just it's present company. Probably don't want to do that because But midnight blue. I think the midnight blue is not bad. I think it's a pretty good looking color. The midnight blue. I'm just glad it's not black because can we just get?
To be fair, all three colors are pretty nice.
Yeah, I think the silver is just kind of your basic silver, right?
Yeah,
titanium or whatever. It's cool, but this blue is not bad. I dig this color. I'm okay, and that's why I like on mine. I like having the blue. Like I like on my Fold. I really like having. I think that's a sharp blue. I really like this color.
Yeah, that's really nice that's even nicer in person though, the Fold 7 blue.
Yeah.
Because it changes slightly in the light, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a really nice color. It's not the standard. And I like, and then, but like we always said, if you don't like the color of your phone, what can you do? You can contact extremescott.co.uk and you can skin your shit. You can get all sorts of colors. You can get textures. You can get wood grain kind of stuff. You can get all sorts of psychedelic kind of shit going on. It's cool, man. You can skin it. Also, not only does it change the color, but it actually protects your back glass from getting scratched or chipped or whatever. And if you do break the glass and have a skin on it, it might be cracked underneath the skin. Hey, you won't know that until you try to trade it in for an upgrade. They basically say your back glass is cracked, and then you're kind of stuck. But then keep it. But I mean, here's the thing: go on the extreme, right? Then you're going to be stuck with it. That's okay. Go on the website. Go to extremeskins.co.uk. Go check them out. Pick your device. Got a lot of choices to make. Obviously, you're going to have the 17 stuff because clearly you're going to have the iPhone stuff. Pick a color. Maybe order 2. Wait for one of those buy one, get one days or a half off deal or whatever. Get a couple because, you might want to keep one on there and you peel it off, which is nice because they're nice. They're really sturdy, but they're easy to get off. They don't it's not like, Sisyphean task where you got to sit there and chisel it
no residue left.
To get no residue. Clean it all up, then switch your colors, right? I mean, check them out. Tell them we sent you here at the Nomad Tech Project. We love them. We have used their skins. I still have them. I mean, folks, that's still here. I'm not kidding. It's somewhere in the drawer of death. Somewhere. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, see? Right here, buddy. Still on there, man.
Yeah.
Still on there.
My Duro. No, the Duro's 5 years old now.
I know. There was a little thing. I saw Windows Central did a little 5-year thing. Absolutely, man. And I, and if you're still there, and then, I'm about that life because I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'm him, as the kids say. I'm him. I don't know who him is. I guess I'm him. I don't know. So check them out. extremeskin.co.uk. Check those out. Get you order some. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. One of the days they do a buy one, get one. Get a couple of colors
going on. Always.
They always got like 15% off and stuff like that. Check them out. And again, tell them we sent you. Again, we don't get any money from them. We don't have sponsorship with them officially. We just like
don't really anymore. No,
and it's okay. I don't really care. I think they got good stuff. And the only, there's other people out there that do stuff. And if you want to, use them, that's cool. You can do that. We just don't.
Bog off.
There you go. Bog off. So that's buy one, get one free.
Yep.
Yeah. Buy one, get one free. There you go. And it's got a little timer. So go check them out. If you go right now, get 2. Get a cool color. Yep. Get a kind of color and maybe you want to take a chance on. What the hell? Right?
They
if
do
you got your new
PlayStation skins, Xbox skins.
I had it on my PS4, still have it on my PS4. And if you do misapply it, they will blow you up on their X account. They will make fun of you in public. It's kind of nice. They actually made fun because I messed up the 4 on the PS4. Yeah, and they blew me up. They sent it to me for free. I misapplied it, and then they made fun of me. That's fair. That tracks. So they have good customer engagement. And I did screw it. I don't have one for my PS5 because honestly, I'm kind of in phone skins. I'm definitely into console skins. I'm kind of like, it's on my Xbox One S that I gave Anna. She's got that. And I had different panels and she put different panels on everything. So it's all one's mint green and one side's black and she went crazy with it. I might get one for my PS5. I don't know. It depends. But if you do happen to not want to wait for the orange iPhone 17 Pro and you want to get this one and you ain't feeling the whole light blue or the dark blue or the silver, throw a skin on it. Tell them we sent you and you might enjoy it. So
that was a red one.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a red one. Red ones are nice, dude. And they also have, I like the carbon series ones. Those are pretty cool too. Then they have the other ones that are like the real kind of wild colorways. I like those a little bit.
They're only $9.99 at the moment.
Yeah, they're even cheap. Yeah, it's like $10 or 10 quid. I mean, and in European and Great British pounds. So if you're in the US, it's probably 13-ish, 13.50.
Whoa, what happened there?
Well, that one's, it said meow.
That was psychedelic.
Was it like pink on the top and like says meow, like a cartoon on the bottom? That's kind of cool. Like that's you have that skin in public. I guarantee you people are going to notice that. That's a cool skin.
That's true.
I mean, you're definitely not going to sneak through anybody. I mean, it's pretty out there. I mean, you'll like it. So, yeah. Acknowledge that.
Reach out to them.
Oh yeah. Apple acknowledge they have an iPhone Air with poor battery. Dude, it's 3,100 milliamps. Of course it does. It's okay. If you're at home just futzing around. I said
that earlier, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're home futzing around and you're near a charger and you don't care because whatever. Again, I wouldn't buy an iPhone Air. That doesn't mean it should exist. Let's just put it that way. Let's try something, okay? Well, Joe, is there anything else we got to cover? I think we covered so the V5 has been pretty good. Are you foldable life or you're still like, I could go either way. I could use either.
Honor's letting me use it, until they take it back.
Right. And then but I'm saying if you weren't working for O2, like totally had, and all the decks cleared and you have enough money to buy one phone, whatever it is, even if it's $2,000 or $500 if you want to get a Moto G or whatever. What would you get? And if you knew you had to use that for an entire year and you could not switch, could you stay on a foldable for an entire year and not switch out?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the cameras are good enough, and I prefer to actually use my real camera now.
Right.
But having the option to open it up on my bus, beautiful.
Yeah. So like I said, I think Joe because I know a while ago you were still not on the whole foldable.
Well, like I said to you as well, the same with the Fold 7. It does feel a whole lot more durable. The refinement is really, really good. So I feel confident with it.
Yeah, it's good. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, and that's why I went. I as much as I hate getting away from the 9 Pro XL, I really love that device. I still do. But I realize that I'm a foldable guy. I just like having them, and I've done pretty good. So far it's been pretty slick. I've had a pretty good time with it. Again, the only thing I do miss is I still do miss the Pixel software features. I do miss those. Let's see. I don't even. The Bears are getting their ass kicked. I don't even know what they're 0-2.
See, Sam, it's been so long that I've used the Pixel as my main device. I don't miss it anymore.
Right.
So I get you. Don't go back to Pixel for a while. You won't miss it anymore.
Right. Yeah. No, I get you. So, boy, oh boy, man.
Sam, just quickly, obviously I mentioned I'm on PSC, but there's another podcast I do for people that are interested in cameras. It's called Camera Creations. It's with some guys also on the MeWe. There's a Camera Creations MeWe now that comes off Phone Shows Chat. And it's quite fun. I think if you're into photography, into cameras, it doesn't matter what level you're at. It's worth listening to. We talk about gear, talk about news, we talk about all sorts, really. So give it a listen.
Yeah, give it a try. Put it in your podcast feed and listen to it. Also, while you're at it, you could listen to this show. We got the YouTube. Obviously, we have the live stream, but we have the audio podcast words. Download it, listen to it. If you don't, tell your friends about it. And we really appreciate you guys swinging on by and still, deciding to come after all these years and come and listen to us on a Sunday and participate in the live stream. Yeah, I don't know why everybody keeps coming back. Seriously, we keep coming back because we're doing this awfulness. People listening to this, God love everyone. We really appreciate you guys and gals, whoever out there listens to this show. I'm sure there's a few women out there that listen. Hey, we really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in and talking about it and looking forward to it and giving this the feedback. We really do appreciate that. It's not lost on Joe and I how. And also, you've got the PSC because now Joe's on that, and then you got the all the other shows. If you go to tedsalmon.com, you'll see all the other things in there. There's a bunch of other podcasts and stuff. They linked them all. Remember, if you're linked, and I had to do this too, if you have the old PSC, that is gone. You have to I just unsubscribe from that. Yeah. Because I have most of those captured. You have to resubscribe, and it's obviously the logo is different. So just make sure that if you have the old PSC feed, you got to get rid of that one and then or you can keep it and then make sure you subscribe to the one for Joe and Ted because it's not the same. And
I've changed the logo so it actually says Joe and Ted on there.
Right. So just be aware it's even though it's the same show, it's a different feed, so you got to kind of change it. So if you got a podcast aggregator or podcast addict or whatever, just make sure you resubscribe to the new show and listen to it. The last one they just did was really good. They're on a fortnight schedule, which if you're in the United States, I have no idea what that really means. I don't know. I just say every 2 weeks, but British people want to use 2 weeks. But British people kind of want to use that fortnight thing. A little weird. They also do stone. I don't know why they do that either. Come on. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, you're like 8 stone, mate. 8 stone. I don't know what the hell stones. Yeah, I don't know what that means. What the hell's a stone? Who knows? It could be different sizes.
15, Sam. I need to sort it out. 15 stones.
I have no idea what that even means. Who knows? Maybe if you're in the UK,
it's not
you
stone,
can figure it
stone.
out. Stone. Yeah, it's 15 stone. It's not plural. It's 15 stone.
Yep.
So if we put 15 stone in a bucket, Joe would weigh as much as 15 stone.
I'm about 15 stone 1. Let's have a look.
I have no idea how much that even equates to in any real other metric. It's just
what metric do you want it in?
I don't care. Pounds, it can be kilograms. I don't even care if it's in kilograms. I can figure it out, but I don't know what stone means. Like how many kilograms are in a stone? 20?
So 15 stone 1 is 211 pounds.
Okay.
That's what I am at the moment, roughly.
So I'm about like 14 and a half stone, maybe. I'm like right at 200, 201, 203, something like that. 211 pounds. What size is the stone? That's what I'm saying. What material is it? Is it like lead? Is it? Yeah, who knows? I don't know. That's what I'm saying,
Steve
Jermaine.
Austin. I'm 15 Stone Cold Steve Austins.
That's what I'm saying, Jermaine. The stone thing, I don't get it either. He's not British, so he gets it. It's like, I don't know. You guys use stone fortnight. Just say 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
15 stone's not too bad for someone who's 6 foot, though, is it?
No, you're fat body. And me too. I got a little dumpy thing.
My BMI is fat.
Well, they don't use BMI anymore. Apparently, that's not a thing. They use some other kind of, I don't know. BMI.
What is it?
I don't know. That's what my doctor said.
BMI
he said
sucks anyway. It always said I'm fat.
BMI was created in like the 30s, and it really isn't a good metric anymore.
Everyone's fat with BMI.
Yeah, I mean, 1 stone is 14 pounds. I don't know why. Do people in the UK just walk around and go, "Oh, man, how much you weigh?" 16 stone. Do they actually say that, or they say,
especially to women? We always go up to women. How old are you, and how much do you weigh?
I'm 83 fortnights and a 12 stone. And I don't know. This is like, it's not even real words, man. They're just making shit up. It's fine. Yeah, I know. We don't got our shit together.
This is how you end the show.
Right. We don't have our shit together in the United States either. But now I understand why we had a revolution, right? We get it, right? We don't want to use stone. We just say every 2 weeks because that's weird. And so, I get it. I understand why we decided just to, the Great Brits were like, we're going to do our own thing. You guys it's cool.
Kilograms.
Yeah, kilograms. I'm okay with kilograms. It's easy. I wish the United States was on metric. I've been praying for that for 25, 30 years, man. This whole empirical shit sucks. I hate miles and pounds, kilograms and kilometers. Dude, I'm all in. I wish we would have switched over. Thanks. Anyway.
You going to join the Text Disruptors today?
I don't think so. I'm going to go play some Borderlands. Yeah, plus, it's all okay because we're already 20 minutes in. If you want to dip over there, you can. Yeah, I mean, you've had a long day. I just, we're not going to be on time. So we're going to miss the Tech Disruptors. But if you want to dip out of this show because we're about to finish up and you want to go check that out, go over there, Tech Disruptors. Go check them out. They do a great job.
Didn't do that ages ago.
Right. If you did already, God love you because you should have left 20 minutes ago to get on time because they go right at 3 o'clock, dude. That's a good show. Darren does a great job. Jason, they all do a good job over there. Go check them out. We love their show. We like popping on there every once in a while. Proper chaps. They're good dudes. Check them out. They do actual real stories in the news. They don't just riff for an hour and 16 minutes for no good goddamn reason. They're actually structured, whereas we're a bunch of knuckleheads. So there's that. If you want structure, you should check them out. Yeah. Or any other podcast on Earth. You should probably listen to those too. Because we don't do any of that.
No. We're unique, Sam. We're unique.
Kind of suck. Anyway, it's okay, but we're here and we love doing it for you. So we'll be back next Sunday doing the same suckage and non-scheduled and non-scripted
randomness
stuff. Randomness we do, and we will check you back next Sunday on the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe, because we just go everywhere. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we just stand in circles. We just walk around, spin. It's fine. It's whatever. You guys are. So anyway, we get the zoomies, human zoomies, right? Anyway, so for myself, for Joe, thanks for tuning in, and go ahead and download it later, share it with your friends, and go check out the Tech Disruptors, and we will catch you all next Sunday on a new episode of the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your tech. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
And we'll see you next Sunday.
Don't buy an
Take
Air.
Care. Don't buy an iPad Air.
Yes.
Or phone Air. Buy something.